God bless America. Hello, everybody. I am the Talk Radio Protege, and this is the Protege program. I would like to be recording the video right now that tells you definitively what the motivation of the shooter in Las Vegas was, but I can't do that. We haven't been given any definitive information. I could do another speculative conspiracy theory type video, and it's very tempting because the previous one has 400 views on it right now. But I've already done 5 videos on that, so I'll probably revisit it when the motivation is finally released and people start trying to spin what that actually means. But I've had this story on the back burner for a while. On September 24th, on a Sunday, a church in Tennessee was shot up. And the shooter was stopped by a parishioner. The result was that 1 was dead and 7 were injured. The shooter was identified and captured alive on the day of the shooting. On September 25th, we learned that this shooter was possibly suicidal. And then on September 29th, 2 days before the shooting in Las Vegas, we learned that there was a note in the shooter's car that indicated that this shooting was meant as revenge for the shooting perpetrated by Dylan Roof. Now, the coverage for this event on the television websites are as follows. Fox News ran 12 stories on this event. CNN ran 5 stories, and MSNBC, the website that you're seeing right now, ran 2 stories. This is since the event to date. In a few moments, I'll explain why. This is event to date from September 24th until now, but you couldn't blame these networks for allowing this event to be overshadowed by the Vegas shooting. The body count was higher, and to be perfectly honest, it fits the narrative. The shooting in Vegas was carried out by a white individual using all kinds of weaponry, specifically weaponry that many people believe should be illegal. So there's a lot different scope and nature to these crimes. However, the shooter in the Tennessee... I almost forgot. We covered the 3 biggest TV networks that have given and the coverage that they gave to this event. The Washington Post, a print website, and I don't have other print websites. A lot of them are behind a paywall, but the Washington Post ran 14 stories about this event, about this shooting. The Young Turks, probably the biggest YouTube exclusive political channel, ran 0 stories on this event. They didn't cover it at all. And the analysis of the event is that it was a black immigrant shooter. He immigrated to the country in 1996, and the shooting was racially motivated. It was a response to Dylan Roof, the white supremacist Southern Confederate sympathizer that shot up a black church. So this guy was targeting white people. It was a racially motivated event, and it got a grand total, of just over a dozen, 33 stories over a 6-day period. By comparison, Dylan Roof's, let's travel back in time 2 years, and this can be difficult based on which website you're searching from, but with Fox News and with MSNBC, you can filter the events that you want to look at by date. With CNN, I actually had to look at all 281 of the search results and count up how many of them were actually about Dylan Roof and the surrounding controversy. So 2 years ago, Dylan Roof attacks a black church. Pictures are revealed of him holding a Confederate flag. He attacks in the name of white supremacy, in the name of the Confederacy. I didn't get a body count, but he was able to flee the scene, so it was undoubtedly a higher body count than this shooting at this Tennessee church. Now, this was a white domestic shooter. He wasn't an immigrant, as opposed to the person that immigrated here as a child. He could technically be counted as an immigrant. He could also technically be counted as a domestic shooter. And Roof was also racially motivated. Coverage for Dylan Roof from the day of the incident on June 17th, 2015, to 6 days later, June 22nd, 2015, Fox News ran 60 stories about Roof, about the incident, about the Confederate flag, and about groups that he was linked to. CNN ran 66 stories that covered similar topics. MSNBC ran 87 stories that covered similar topics. By comparison, the Washington Post ran 11 stories. The only consistent news outlet between these two stories is the Washington Post. They ran 14 stories on the Tennessee event, the Tennessee shooting that just happened last week in 6 days. They ran 11 stories on the Dylan Roof shooting in the same 6 day, in a similar 6 day stretch. By comparison, also, the Young Turks, who have run 0 videos and 0 minutes of coverage to this Tennessee shooting, ran 10 videos and over 2 hours of coverage to the Dylan Roof shooting and story. In one video in particular, 42 to 47, somewhere in that ballpark, unbroken minutes of coverage on Dylan Roof and the shooting. If you didn't believe in media bias before this, it's clear and obvious. 6 days and 234 stories on white on black racist attacks. But when a similar black on white racist attack is carried out over a similar period of news coverage, we got 33 stories. The cliched "what if the roles were reversed" question no longer has to be asked. The roles have been reversed, and the coverage is now transparent. Again, the numbers don't lie. 6 days, 234 stories compared to 6 days and 33 stories. When you account for event to date stories, it's not even close. CNN, you search for Dylan Roof on CNN, you get 281 results. And as I said, 66 of those were from the first 6 days after the event. The Young Turks have run at least 14 videos year to date on the event. And I know it's kind of unfair to make that comparison. We've had it's only been 2 weeks since the Tennessee shooting. But in the 6 day comparison doesn't add up at all whatsoever. The bias is clear. Even Fox News has screwed up. Fox News did run one story where they, on Monday, the Monday after the shooting, the 25th, where they asked the question if the media was ignoring the event. And I think, by the numbers, it's plain to see that they have ignored the event. They've successfully steered your attention away from this event. They've successfully neglected to inform you that this has taken place. They have successfully neglected to inform you that this shooter was motivated by race, that he was motivated by a hatred of white people. Specifically, he was motivated by the hysteria that surrounded the coverage of Dylan Roof and his attack on the black church in, I think it was Charlotte, in one of the Carolinas. I don't know what else to say at this point about this event. It's been totally ignored by the mainstream media. I have no doubt that there will be no more stories run on this event by MSNBC or by CNN. It is possible that some of the papers, that the local papers, that Fox News might do some follow-up on this event. To my ability, I would like to do some follow-up on this event just to see if what kind of sentencing is handed down to the perpetrator of this shooting. If he's given an easier sentence than Dylan Roof, or if he is excused because of his race. I would not like for this story to be about race, but it has been injected by the shooter. It has not been injected by the media. So, I feel like that's a really somber note to leave this video on, but that's what I wanted to talk about today. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe and come back for more. I'm uploading every weekday. Speaking of weekdays, I have a long weekend coming up. I have next Monday off of work, so I am not planning on uploading a video for next Monday, but maybe I'll get to it if I've got the free time to do some research, to record the video, and to get the upload out. So I'll see you all tomorrow for our final video of the week. Until then, good night and God bless.